Good morning, let's do it. It's time for the Morning Meowncements. This is the kitsch-minded morning show where we get you ready for the day. I am so happy that you're here. We've got a fantastic show coming up for you, including a very wild Morning Mews, where we get you caught up on the pop culture headlines so you don't feel left behind at work. And then I'm going to teach you all about the kitty litter, where that came from. It's actually a really interesting story when we dive into the book of unusual knowledge. But before we get into any of that, there is some pretty breaking news that couldn't wait for morning announcements, and it's that Krispy Kreme is offering a free donut every day for the rest of the year to anyone who gets vaccinated. So all you gotta do, you take in your little CDC card here, you're like, look, I got vaxxed, I'm good to go, I'm ready to rumble. And they'll just hand you a free donut. They're gonna hand you a free donut every day of the year for the rest of the year. So you could get over like 250 donuts as of right now if you're that committed to it, going in every day and getting your free donut. So if you've been vaxxed, go get that. If you have not, get your vaccine, get your card, and then go in and get your free donut. I think that's a pretty exceptional deal. I don't know that I've seen anyone who's more willing to start opening up again than Krispy Kreme. They're really putting in the man hours. They're really trying hard, that Krispy Kreme. Oh, I didn't even notice my Nightcat radio was up. Hello. It's an early morning. So if you already have your vaccine, like I said, go check out Krispy Kreme. Get yourself a free donut and a coffee. That sounds pretty good right about now. All right. Well, then I think it's time. Let's do it. Let's get into the Morning Mews. Now, before I switch over to that scene with the music, I'm concerned that a video might start playing. So let's just double check. No, but the other one decided to pop up. There's a video. I'm not even sure if I can get it to play. It wasn't doing it earlier. Oh, well, yes, we did. All right, great. Live television or streaming, whatever we're calling it. You never know what could go wrong. All right. This is the Morning Mews. The Morning Mews is a part of the show where I go through the pop culture headlines. I get you all caught up on what's going on. And we got to start in the great state of Florida. Because where else would you start when you're talking about stupid news? There was an MMA fight going down in Florida this weekend, and I'm not talking about the regular ones that happen on the street all the time. I mean an actual MMA fight. Well, the fight must have been pretty boring because the action started taking place out of the ring and all through the stands. No one's really quite sure what ended up happening, but there was a brawl within the audience, and several groups of people started attacking several other groups of people. Or as they call it in Florida, just a weekend. Just everyone having a good time. Well, police had to get involved because obviously police should get involved in most brawls, but in Florida, it takes gunshots. So in a crowded, I don't know, fight arena? What do you people call those? I know the ring is where the fighters are, but what is the whole building called? Is it a stadium? I don't know. You sports cabal people have a different word for everything. Why can't it all just be a theater? It's all just a theater to me. You have your sports cabal actors. They go out, they put on the performance of their lifetime. They've been rehearsing their little tails off, and it's all just theater. So that's what we're calling it. Inside this MMA theater, a hefty man pulls out a gun, fires one round up into the ceiling. Now, police claim that they have videos that suggest he fired 2 rounds into the ceiling. And he was hoping that would settle everyone down, you know, because that's how you settle people down. You start firing guns. That's always calmed a crowded room of people down. So, obviously, the panic continued to happen. And he puts his gun away. Like, people in the area are like, what are you doing, dude? He puts his gun away. He bails. Police are still looking for him. They don't know. I mean, I wish I had gotten that video for you, but there were so many curse words, and I didn't want a chance there being a bunch of curse words. But this guy, I don't know how to say it without sounding totally mean. He's pretty obvious. Maybe not in Florida, maybe that's Florida camouflage, but he's just like a huge dude. He's like 6 feet tall, probably 350, 400 pounds, like wearing a bright red Kool-Aid Man shirt, firing a gun. He'll be the giant dude firing guns. Again, though, Florida camouflage. You'll blend right in if you look like that. So if you have any information, text the Florida tip line that TMZ provided, but I don't think any of us know who that guy is. All right, moving on. A man was arrested after he broke into the San Diego Zoo's elephant exhibit with his 2-year-old daughter to get a photo this weekend. So he literally, there are 2 barriers. I'll show you the video here in a second, but there are 2 barriers. He climbs over the first one, and then the second barrier is just like a rope barrier that he goes through, and then he stands there posing for a picture. So here, I'll play this video for you. It's nuts because then the elephant tries to charge him. Sorry, let me Whoop, there we go. So let's try that again. So he's there, he's in the middle of the exhibit. Then look at this big old elephant come by, charge him. He tries to get through the fence, but he drops his daughter, his 2-year-old daughter that he took in front of a gigantic violent elephant. Oh my gosh. So he drops her. He was able to pick her up and get out before any accidents happened. But maybe don't play with the world's largest animals. Maybe just don't go in there. I mean, I would. But I also wouldn't do it with a 2-year-old. That's ridiculous. Everyone around him, like I was watching interviews afterward, and everyone around him was just like, none of us could believe what we were seeing. None of us could stop him because none of us believed that anyone would actually be stupid enough to climb into the elephant cage. I know elephants look great, and you see people ride them in the circus and everything. Those elephants are abused and horribly treated so that they don't attack people. They're not friendly. Wild animals are not friendly. You have to stop pretending like they're friendly and they want to be your buddy. They don't. They want you to be their meal, or they want to eliminate the threat, which is you, because humans are threatening all the time. Here, let's watch this elephant one more time. It's just nuts. Guy's just in there. Elephant's like, I'm coming. Oh, Lord, she's coming. Guy ducks back through the rope fence. There's his daughter on the ground that he has to pick up. God, what is wrong with people? What is wrong with people? Why would you put your daughter in that position? It's just so silly. And finally, this is terrifying. So we've had a lot more, here in Utah, a lot more mountain lion interactions lately than I think we have. And it's mostly because we keep expanding into their territory. We're like, oh, why do these mountain lions keep making their way into residential areas? It's not residential areas. It's wild areas that you moved your residents into. So let's keep that in mind before we start doing anything mean to mountain lions, everybody, because don't build your house in the mountains. There's a simple solution for you. I feel like if you build your house in the mountains and you get eaten by a mountain lion, that is your fault. The mountain lion should be able to mind his own business and eat any people that he wants. Any people, dogs, birds, anything out there in his area, that's his. He gets to eat it. So stop building your houses in fancy places. I don't feel bad for you. This is crazy, though, because this isn't just like one mountain lion. A couple, I think they're in Millcreek. Yeah, Millcreek. Woke up to a really startling image on their Ring camera. Let me show you. This isn't just any old mountain lion. There were 4 of them. There are 3 here in this image. But it looks like here on the left side of the photos, that's a mom, and these 2 here are babies because they're smaller, they got spots. So it's probably just a mom who's taking her babies around. Hey, this is how you hunt. Now that you know how to hunt, leave me alone. Get away from me. Mountain lion babies, they mature pretty quickly, so they do look really big and they do look like they are full grown. But I would guess that those are babies based just off of the spot looking markings. And then Mama's there, and she's just got this gorgeous red coat with her super long tail. I love mountain lions. I would die if I woke up to 4 mountain lions on my lawn. Probably because I'd try to pet them and they'd eat me. But again, I'm in their turf. They deserve to do whatever they want. All right, that is the Morning Mews. Moving on. Oh, we got a plug. Let's see here. Yes. Let's go to the live chat. Let's see what's going on with everybody this morning. Good morning, Dark Prince Zizor, Cascat, Katie, Lindy, Marissa, Mindy, Alicia, Alice, Marsha, Sadie. It is so good to see you all. Yeah, it is a gorgeous, I think it might be a gorgeous day. It's hard to tell because it's spring, but yesterday half of it was gorgeous, half of it was really cold. I recommend you get on out there. I know, Sadie. I feel bad for elephants. They don't. I think they need a little bit more space. But I'm actually The Hogle Zoo's elephant program seems pretty decent. Like, the elephants seem like they're taken pretty okay care of. There are roadside zoos, like any traveling exhibit with an elephant. Elephants aren't supposed to travel, man. Don't put them in the back of a truck and take them around. Like, I hate that. I hate that. Just so infuriating. Because, like, how cool would it be? It would be cool to be able to have interactions with elephants like that, where you go up and you pet them, or you get to ride them, and they're cool with it, and you're cool with it. But the problem is, they're never cool with it. They're only being forced to be cool with it. I just don't think it's very fun. Oh, Kryn, it's snowing up in Logan. That sucks. I'm sorry about that. The snow is the worst. Aaron, Leon, Shelby, good morning to us all. I love when you guys get into the live chat. I also love when you shoot me a text. The number for that is 601-557-CAT1. That's 601-557-2281. Shoot me a text with your first name. We might be playing Prize Pond here at any moment, my friends. Sorry, I'm trying to pull something else up for you because I had one thing that I didn't write down. Patreon. A couple of Patreon updates. First of all, let me tell you a little bit about Patreon if you are not a member of Patreon. Patreon is a great service where you can help support your favorite artists. People like me, people who are independent, running their own shows, don't really have the finances or the financial backing to do it, but love doing it and get a little bit of help and support from their audience. That's you. You could become a patron of Nightcat. Pay to keep Nightcat on the air. Not everyone can, I totally get that, but if you have either $3 or $5 to spare right now, that would be fantastic. Patreon.com/NightCatShow. I had a couple more people to shout out. Ashley Calder became a Nightcat patron last night, so Ashley, with 2 E's, thank you so much. And then Michelle McCarthy upped her pledge. She's she went ahead and doubled it. So thank you so much for that, Michelle. I really appreciate anytime you give me more money. Listen, I'm not a person who likes to ask for help very much. I'm not a person who likes begging for money. This has been really awkward and weird for me. I'm not into it. I really wish I could just make this for free and show it to you and have a good time and goof off like we used to do back in the day on the radio. Unfortunately, this is a very expensive thing to make, and this takes a lot of work. This is kind of my full-time job until I get a full-time job. So I need any support that I can get would be fantastic. $3 or $5 is really all I'm asking. If you can contribute more, that would be fantastic as well. You can also check out the Nightcat merch store. Nightcatmerch.com is the place to go for that. All of your official Nightcat merch, all sorts of other fun stuff there as well. So go check it out. Like I said, I love this show. I love making it every morning. I love getting to stay in contact with you even though I'm not on the radio anymore. But it is expensive and it's a hard thing to pull off, and I need support wherever I can get it. So if you've got that time, the extra money, the support, whatever you can do, I always super appreciate all of your help. Thank you very much. All right. Let's see. Oh, we're not going back there. We are going, to the book of unusual knowledge. This is basically just a bathroom reader. It's something that you can read while you're on the toilet to be like, oh, that's interesting. That's fascinating. Cat litter. I never would have thought that cat litter was particularly interesting until I read this, but this is how cat litter was invented. I guess I didn't really stop to think about, like, cat litter at some point needed to be invented. Like, they didn't have it. Most cats were probably, like, living outside, or they were filling it with, like, sawdust or dirt or whatever. So where did it come from? All right. In 1947, Kay Draper of Michigan found herself short of cat box filler, and she went to a neighbor's house to see if he might have something that she could use instead. Luckily for Kay, and for cat lovers everywhere, her neighbor Ed Lowe sold industrial absorbents, and he suggested that she try some Fuller's Earth. So Fuller's Earth is basically like little clay granules that absorb things, obviously, and it's been used for a long time to soak up oil. That's what it was there for. You spill oil on the ground, it'll soak it up, and you can throw it away. Well, she tries this clay with her cat, and she ends up loving it so much. She went back over to her neighbor's house and was like, can I get a couple of bags of this? So she loads up, she writes the word kitty litter on the side of it, and she took it down to the pet store. I guess the pet store owner looks at her like, lady, you're crazy. Why would anyone pay money for this stuff when you can just get sawdust for basically free? And she goes, I promise, this isn't like anything else you've ever experienced. It's not just going to clean it up. It's going to make it smell better. Just trust me on this one. Take a couple of bags, give them away for free to anyone who's willing to try it, and then if they like it, we'll go from there. So he did. He took her couple of bags, and then people immediately started clamoring for it. And he was desperate to get more. And thus, kitty litter was invented. Isn't that cool? I like some cranky old oil engineer across the street mechanic. He's just like, ugh, yeah, you could take some of that there absorbent. And then he just suddenly invented kitty litter. I certainly hope that Lo gave some of that money to her neighbor. Let's see here. Oh, especially considering, get this, Americans now spend nearly $800 million a year on clay cat litter. And millions of pampered felines enjoy the luxury of indoor living. I do love that that's how they edit it. That is the book of unusual knowledge. That's a fun fact that you can go tell your friends about when you get to work in school. All right, let's see. We did Patreon, Morning Mews, Book of Unusual Knowledge. That means it is time for the Prize Pond. Prize Pond, if you don't know, is the part of the show where you play live for a prize. You just got to text your first name on over to 601-557-CAT1, and I might be calling you. Let's take a look here. Gosh, I'm sorry. My computer's been super slow today. So I am just waiting to get over there. I should have had this ready to roll. You know me, not prepared. Apparently, by the way, underprepared. I was listening. I have friends who are teachers, and they work, like, friends who work in the school system and stuff. And apparently, there's this new push. Apparently, we're not allowed to call kids underprepared anymore. But here's the dirty secret. I'm underprepared almost every single day of my entire life. I don't find it offensive. I find it motivating. Like, hey, you're underprepared. I'm like, oh, you're right. I should get it together. But apparently, telling kids that they're underprepared is too damaging to their emotions. So, I'm sorry if me saying that I'm unprepared triggered you in any way. Random scroll. Let's see. I might be calling you. I hope you're near your phone.
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Is this, Surrier? I can't. Surrier, I can't.
I had the headset in. Sorry. I don't think it was working.
I can't hear you. Oh, no! I think my phone is down. Ugh. Surrier, if you can hear me, I'm so sorry. I will try to play with you some other time. I can't hear anything right now. Okay, well, I'm gonna hang up on you. I'm so sorry if you're there. It looks like Surrier answered, but I don't think my phone's working today. So, we will have to skip Prize Pond today. I'm so sorry. Technical difficulties. You know I try really hard to put it on every day, but I don't know if it's gonna work. Which I guess brings us then to the 3 minutes of fish. Sorry we didn't get to play Prize Pond. We'll play it again some other time, I promise. Maybe I'm working on doing some really cool stuff with Prize Pond, something that's a little bit different than what we've been doing, so I'm pretty excited about that. So make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel so you can keep up on all of those things. Text me, leave me a voicemail anytime, 601-557-CAT1, 601-557-2281, number to call. Check out nightcatmerch.com for all of your merch needs. Join the Patreon, patreon.com/nightcatshow. And a very big reminder that Curiosity Killed Nightcat, the true crime paranormal companion podcast to the Nightcap with Nightcat YouTube channel, drops this Friday for patrons. So if you are a patron, you will be getting that episode this Friday. If you are not a patron, you will get it with everyone else starting next Friday. So keep your eye out for that. You can find all of it on the Nightcat Radio podcast. Look for Nightcat Radio on your favorite podcast directory. Not only will you get the weekly true crime episodes, you're also going to get the daily Morning Announcements episodes for as long as we keep doing Morning Announcements. The audio goes up to there every day. And you'll also get the Nightcap with Nightcat audio. So if YouTube's not your thing, if you have a hard time sitting down and watching YouTube videos, there is a podcast for that. Look for Nightcat Radio on your favorite podcast directory. Don't forget to leave a review. I've got some really nice reviews from y'all. In fact, since we can't play Prize Pond this morning, let me just pull up a couple of those maybe. These are reviews from the actual podcast. This podcast, I think you might want me to do this like Stefan, right? This podcast is everything. I've had a hard time finding podcasts that are funny, lighthearted, and easy to listen to. This is the only one. This podcast has everything. It has true crime. It has morning announcements. I can't do the Stefan voice. I need to get on board with the Stefan. I need to do some more Googling. I love Bill Hader. All with the funniest host. Listen to this podcast and thank me later. For sure, the best podcast I've ever listened to. That's from Deemerman. Thank you, Deemerman. I appreciate that. Let's see. Let me read one more. This one is, love Jackson and everything he does. I followed him for years through his adventures, and he never ceases to entertain and make me laugh. You're so sweet. So that's Y83KM. Thank you so much. Y83KM. Make sure to leave your podcast reviews. I'll be reading a few more in the actual podcast episode today, so make sure to subscribe to Nightcat Radio. All right, I think I've talked to your ear off enough. I feel like that's enough of me, so I'm going to turn it over to the fish. I hope you have a truly fantastic day, and thank you so much for watching. Fish camera placed. Goldfish, it's your time, baby. Get ready. You're a star. You're a star, goldfish. All right, here's the goldfish. Bye.